Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Nothing But Trucking. I'm Ricochet. I own Thunderstruck Transport Services, and sorry I haven't done a video in a little while. Been kind of preoccupied with a lot of stuff. You can see I'm in my car right now. We down here in Florida, at home since Sunday. I had to deliver Sunday, so we had Labor Day Monday and Tuesday off, and I was hoping to get out yesterday, but we didn't. So probably be getting out of here today, I'm hoping anyway. But things going on in the trucking industry. You know, you've heard me, I think I've said a few things about it. You know, it's really bad. I mean, we all know what the economy is like. I've lost probably more than 50% of my income, though, just in the last year alone. So it's been pretty tough. I mean, you know, we've been hanging on, but I don't like hanging on. So it's gotten tough. And of course, fuel up over $4 a gallon certainly doesn't help, especially when you're only getting 6.5 miles per gallon is about what I get out of my truck. And the freight rates used to be, you know, $3 a mile. You could still pick some good meat loads up for $4 and $5 a mile, but not anymore. Now we're down less than $2 a mile on average. I've seen rates less than $1 a mile. I mean, you're not going to find them on my truck, but to have somebody actually pull a load like that for that kind of money just gives the brokers and everybody that much more incentive to keep the rates down low, because they know somebody eventually will take it. And I don't understand. Trucking seems to be the only business where the business doesn't set the rates. I mean, normally when you call a plumber, you ask them how much it's going to cost. When you go and you buy a car, you ask the person how much is it going to cost. When you do anything, it's how much is it going to cost me. In trucking, it's not that way. In trucking, they say, well, this is how much we're going to pay you. They have no idea what my truck payment is, my insurance payment is, all of that. They just go off of what the average person pulls the load for, and they try to get it lower and lower and lower every time. And as we pull those for lower and lower every time, then that's what they start considering the norm. But folks, y'all already seeing your grocery stores empty. That's a part of it. It's a very small part of it, though. A lot of the grocery warehouses are full. The government just isn't releasing the stuff to you. I know, because I see the warehouses. Hey guys, so we're in the truck now. Like I said, we were talking about the trucking economy, basically, and it has just basically gone to shit. I mean, double the costs in fuel, actually almost triple in some areas, and over 50% reduction in the freight. So we've had a lot of things that we've been talking about. You know, what if it gets worse? How much longer can I sustain out here? And I keep thinking, it keeps coming back to, no matter what I do, this is still going to be more money than what I could make doing something else. I mean, unless I had a whole other career opportunity. But I mean, if you look at the country, everything is kind of going away. Nobody's hiring either, which is really weird, because you see such a shortage of workers. Like my family, my wife and kids have been trying to get jobs, even at, you know, the kids at Taco Bell and McDonald's, where they've got no employees, and our Taco Bell across the street sometimes is closed or a couple days a week, simply because they don't have anybody to work at. And they got signs now hiring, but they won't get hired. So I don't know what's going on. I've got my ideas what's going on. You know, farmers are getting paid to destroy their crops from the Department of Agriculture. Groceries aren't coming into the shelves of the local grocery stores, yet A lot of the warehouses are full. So I don't know why. Well, I know why, but I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you don't know what's going on, it doesn't make sense. What's going on is they're trying to destroy the economy so that they can bring in the cryptocurrency, the digital currency. There's a whole money management system worldwide that's been taking place for several years. The SWIFT money transfer system, a bunch of different things when it comes to global currencies is all taking place. And in order for them to bring it in, they have to completely crash an economy for a short period of time to do so. And then, of course, we got an election coming up, guys. You know, they've been talking about ramping up this COVID hoax again. And for months they've been talking about it. And now we're starting to see it again, mask mandates, all these other types of things. CDC, however, is really weird. Oh, they work, gotta wear the masks, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, the CDC comes out after everything's done and they say, well, it never really worked. New science shows that it doesn't, but yet they're ramping it up again. So this channel may not go out because of the what I'm saying. If it doesn't, then you know, I'm sorry, but the mandates, the diaper mandates, you know, they're going to try and bring them back because we're coming into another election. You know, so they need to do as much disturbance as they can to get your eyes off of what's really coming. And what I would suggest to everybody is watch what's going on between the Bidens, you know, the people in charge and the family. Watch what's going on in all of the hearings. Watch what's going on with the planes, where they're traveling. And I'm talking military planes. Watch out where they're traveling. I keep an eye on all of that. I know where they're flying and why they're flying, and they're not flying like normal things, so keep an eye on it. But anyway, that's another story. That's not what I got into this video for. But yeah, it was just, you know, why haven't I been posting that much? We've been doing a lot of thinking. I have an opportunity to go back to being a complete owner-operator again. I've got my own authority, and I ran 6 or 7 of my own trucks, probably only 5 at one time, because, you know, 2 of them are always down for repairs, or, you know, they rotate in and out type of thing. So, but I think I've had a total of 7 altogether at one time, and drivers in all of them. We hauled cars, was doing really well with cars up until the Ukraine war started. Not this one that you're seeing play out now, because this one here just didn't start. It started back in early 2000s is when the real Ukraine war started. What we're seeing now is just is kind of an aftermath of what started, you know, back in 2005, over 15 years ago. We had a huge influx coming in from Ukraine, of the Ukrainian nationals coming in 2005. A lot of European from other countries as well, and that drove the market in trucking down to the basement, because they started pulling things for nothing. Whether that's what they were used to in their home countries, I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. But when that influx started happening here, unfortunately, it drove the prices of what we're seeing here into the basement. So yeah, we started selling off trucks and started selling off trailers till I only had one where it was nice and manageable. You'd think the more trucks you get, the more money you make, and it don't work that way. 2 trucks maybe, you know, maybe even 3 trucks. But once you start getting past that 2 or 3 truck mark, you start losing money, actually, up until you get to probably 10 or 15. There's a mark there. You got to be less than 4 or more than 10 or something like that in the trucking industry. It's kind of a weird play with numbers, but I've got the opportunity to purchase another truck. The one I'm in. The one I've been decorating, the one I've been living in for the last 8-9 months. I've got an opportunity to buy it. Great deal too. No money down, no interest, just take over the payments. And that's an incredible opportunity for somebody, you know, especially with this particular truck and, you know, the shape that it's in, it'd be an incredible opportunity for me. It would also help the owner out because he wouldn't have to turn it in, which would help him in certain aspects, you know, because of the financial strains that accompanies the other extra trucks. Otherwise, if we don't, then he may be forced to sell the truck, and then the money that he would lose if he could sell it, or if he just have to turn it in. I don't know what all that it would be. All I know is that it's a good opportunity for me if we can sustain it, you know. So that's the whole point, is taking these next few weeks, looking at the way the rates go, what the expenses are. Is it sustainable? Is it not? Is it worth it? Is it not? If it's not, I don't know what my options are going to be. If it means staying on the way I am until the person can't do it anymore and then I'm forced to go somewhere else. Do I just need to go somewhere else now? I don't think so. So anyway, a lot of stuff in my mind that's kept me from doing videos, guys. So, and I'm sorry if this gets a little bit boring, but this is what trucking's all about. These are the things that I think about on a daily basis that we need to keep track of. You know, when I'm spending, you know, $1,500 to $2,500 a week in fuel, and, you know, tires for, you know, recaps on the trailers, you know, $450 a piece, or, you know, you get virgin rubber on your truck or your steers, you know, you're looking at $600 to $1,000 a piece per tire. And you're not making enough money to pay yourself, to pay the expenses, or you're making enough to barely break even after you pay yourself and your regular expenses, but you've got no extra money. That's fine. You paid yourself, you paid your truck payment, you paid your insurance payment, you paid all your bills, you paid your fuel, all of that shit. But then you have one thing go wrong with the truck, and you don't have that buffer. And that's what kills you. One tire blows, that could be the end of it. You know, I don't have available credit. At the beginning of this year, 2023, I had over 10 grand in the bank, and I had probably 20 some $1,000 worth of available credit on different credit cards, and it's all gone simply because of the economic plans that were put into place here over the last couple of years. Sorry about that, my camera overheated. But yeah, we've definitely stopped stopped making the money that we used to make, and kind of tapped into everything else. Thank God we've got income tax time coming here in another couple months down the road, and hopefully we can replenish some of the stuff that we're making. So lots of things to deal with, lots of things to put into perspective, and we'll see if this truck's going to be able to make it through. Definitely some things to think about. So I apologize that we haven't gotten anything out. I've been kind of in a little bit of a slump, more or less just trying to work through the day-to-day life of keeping everything afloat. I think we'll do okay. I think we'll come across on the other side okay. I'm optimistic for that, and it looks like it is. So I think we're going to proceed with the purchase of this truck, but I'm not 100% sure. I've still got numbers I need to look at and kind of see what's going to happen here with everything involved with trucking, from the politics to the industry itself, because they certainly all play hand in hand. What happens in China affects what happens here, and, you know, when it comes to trade agreements and all of this stuff, is just it affects everything that I make and, you know, what we see. So gosh, I need to do something with this clown hair of mine. Time for another haircut. All right, so we've got door 8, which is where we're going to back into. We have a load of fresh seafood that we're going to be taking with us. First stop is Monday morning in Dallas. Second stop is Tuesday morning in Amarillo. That ends and starts the next pay period for the week. So that means all we did this week was that short trip from Florida up to Texas. Not very good, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, we'll get backed in here. He told me to back in. They're at lunch, so they'll come get me when they're ready, which will give me enough time to kind of get my stuff put together, because I didn't get a chance to really put all my stuff away in the truck, like my clothes in the closet. And I did get my refrigerator stuff put in, so I guess we're good there. Anyway, we'll get backed in here and get backed in here and get started, you know. So a couple of things to the truck. You'll see them better at night, and I've still got to finish it up a little bit. So let me go ahead and switch this camera around, and I'll show you really quick. I guess I don't need to do the camera. Anyway, as you can see, we got LED piping all through here. So at night, let me see. I can plug it in. Let's see if you can see anything now. It's kind of overcast, so you might be able to see a little bit here. And I've still got to finish up a little bit as far as running and hiding the wires. There we go. It's a little bit lit up, as you can see, over the dash, over into this area. So I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do, and then all the way over there, as you know, we got the blue lights. I gotta get garbage there from loading up the truck. So we've got the lights here, the lights there, and then of course everything up there. We also got some magnets from Amazon, so we can throw all of our remotes up on these little magnets here instead of the Velcro strips. Now this one controls this light up here, I believe. Yeah, so we can control that light with that one. This one over here controls this side of the light. But anyway, so yeah, got the little magnets there. We also, again, keep in mind, truck is not the cleanest right now because we just got everything moved in. We got a couple of globe, it's the Globetrotter, so we got a couple of these three-dimensional half globes. We got a green light. Actually, it's any color I want. So that there is going to be more for decoration. I'm going to take that thing down, put some decoration up there and whatnot. But anyway, I got to get all my clothes put together. We got the upstairs with all the bedding for the rest of the stuff. But anyway, so yeah, at night the dash will go blue. I've got to finish up this area right here and then hide all the wires, and then I'll go through and kind of clean everything up and make it a lot more perfect, I guess is the right word I'm looking for. So anyway, so here is the EL wire that we did in the dash. As you can see, it starts right about here. We got it just following the trim line all the way over here. I think I should have ran this straight across like I did on the bottom, but I went in behind the panel because there's this crack here. But I think I may redo that, or I may just leave it for now. But anyway, went all the way around the trim, and then of course back underneath the trim here, all the way around, and then, you know, up over the steering wheel, up around the top vent, yeah, over there, and then it ends right there. I've still got to hide the wire behind the panel, which I'll do, But and of course that's my phone charger right there. But yeah, so that was it. Took me probably an hour and a half to do for my very first time doing it. I've thought about doing fiber optics. Then I saw this EL wire, but we're gonna see. We'll see how long this lasts, decide if we're gonna do the EL or replace it now that I know how to do it. Still got a little bit of cleaning up to do on this one. Back here, as you can see, we got the green. Well, we could change it to any color, of course. That'll be primarily up there for decorations, I guess. Once I get that netting out of there, we'll put in some other things, I guess. Let's see. You can kind of go with the cool white for things up in there. I got to get rid of that netting though. That'll give more of just a decorative little shelf. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of what everything looks like at night. And of course up top we got lights inside the shelf up there as well. But pretty happy with the way this worked out. And I don't know, we'll just continue to play with lights until we get it perfected, but I think we're pretty close to what we're doing. That's what we did over the Labor Day week. And yeah, so we also got some options to purchase this truck. So, and I'll do a video kind of showing, you know, the kind of money that it costs to run these things and what kind of money I make. And that way you'll have a better idea as what it is out here as an owner-operator. So that's about it. So I'm going to get organizing everything, and we'll get this truck loaded and get on down the road. So stand by. We'll see you after a little bit. Anyway, guys, hope you all got something out of this video as far as you know, some information that maybe you never really thought of that, you know, deals with us. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if not, thanks for watching. We're going to cut this one off now. We'll start a new video. Hopefully we're going to get the drone out. I haven't even flown the drone, man, so looking forward to getting back up in the air with some places. And we'll be back home in about 3 weeks. We're going to stay out about an extra week or so because we've got the concert. AC/DC, Motley Crue, or no, not Motley Crue, AC/DC, Judas Priest, Metallica, Iron Maiden. That's who it is. Not Motley Crue, Iron Maiden. And then we also have oh shoot, who is it? Guns N' Roses. So yeah, it's supposed to be 6 bands out there in the Indio, California, out there by Coachella, Palm Springs or Palm Desert. So that'll be the first weekend of October for me and my oldest son Austin to go hit. So we're going to run up until that time, and then we'll head back to Florida, pick him up, and then work our way out that way, and then have 3 days there. So yeah, 3 fun days out in the desert. Of course, it'll be October, so it'll be a little bit nicer. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you are. If you haven't, please do. And we will catch you guys down the road.